All India Radio presents Morning News. Good morning, I'm Anuja Kumar. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says country loses the most with disruption in Parliament. Union Cabinet clears purchase of 51% controlling stakes in IDBI Bank by Life Insurance Corporation. India and Germany sign pact on financial and technical cooperation focusing on sustainable urban development and renewable energy. In cricket, India restrict England to 285 for 9 on the opening day of Birmingham Test. And PV Sindhu, Kidambi Srikanth and 4 other Indian shuttlers to play their pre-quarter-final matches of World Badminton Championships today. President Ramnath Kovind conferred the Outstanding Parliamentarian Awards for 2013 to 2017 at a special function in the Central Hall of Parliament in New Delhi last evening. The awards were given to Najma Heptullah for 2013, Hukumdev Narayan Yadav for 2014, Ghulam Nabi Azad for 2015, Dinesh Trivedi for 2016 and Bhartruhari Mehtab for 2017. Speaking on the occasion, Mr. Kovind said, Members of Parliament are not just representatives of a particular party or constituency, they are the trustees of the constitutional ideals.
सांसद केवल किसी एक दल या संसदीय क्षेत्र के प्रतिनिधि नहीं होते हैं, वे हमारे संवैधानिक आदर्शों के संवाहक होते हैं। भारत के संविधान की उद्देशिका या प्रिएम्बल में जनता की संप्रभुता स्पष्ट की गई है, जिसमें कहा गया है, हम भारत के लोग इस संविधान को अंगीकृत, अधिनियमित और आत्मार्पित करते हैं।
Vice President and Rajya Sabha Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu called upon the opposition to be responsible for the government to become more responsive. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said the government has the least to lose due to disruptions in Parliament and it is the country that loses the most. Stressing on effective functioning of both the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha, he said it is the duty of each parliamentarian to lend voice to the poor and the marginalized. Mr. Modi said every MP should highlight the issues related to the common man in Parliament in order to force the government to take steps for their welfare.
हमारे सांसद जो धरती से उठ करके आए हैं, जन सामान्य के सुख दुख के साथ जुड़े हुए हैं, उनको बात करने का अवसर मिले, सरकार को उनकी बातों को प्राथमिकता देने के लिए मजबूर होना पड़े, दूर सुदूर गांव की, जंगल की, गरीब की आवाज इन सांसदों के माध्यम से सरकार तक ऐसे पहुंचे कि सरकार को भी उन भावनाओं को समाहित करके आगे बढ़ने के लिए मजबूर करें।
The Prime Minister expressed disappointment that due to noise and chaos in Parliament, MPs are unable to speak and the loss is of the entire nation. Union Minister Ram Vilas Paswan has said that a cabinet meeting chaired by Prime Minister Narendra Modi approved the Scheduled Caste and Tribes Prevention of Atrocities Amendment Bill, restoring original provisions of the Prevention of Atrocities Act 1989. Talking to the media in New Delhi yesterday, Mr. Paswan said government will bring the bill in Parliament in the current session to get it passed. He said the government is pro-Dalit and will do everything to protect their rights.
सरकार ने साबित कर दिया है कि नरेंद्र मोदी जी से बढ़कर के कोई दलित हितैषी हो नहीं सकता है। 3 हमारा काम था, एक प्रमोशन में रिजर्वेशन का था, उसको कोर्ट को आदेश लिया कि ये चलता रहेगा। दूसरा यूजीसी का मामला था कि ये लागू नहीं होगा और तीसरा जो दलित एक्ट का मामला उसको आज दुरुस्त कर दिया गया है।
The Union Cabinet has cleared the purchase of 51% controlling stake in IDBI Bank by state-run Life Insurance Corporation LIC. As per the proposal, the debt-laden bank will issue preferential shares to LIC to raise capital. An official release said the measure will financially strengthen both LIC and IDBI as well as their subsidiaries which offer financial products such as housing finance and mutual funds. The IDBI would get an opportunity to tap 11 lakh LIC agents for doorstep banking services, positioning it to improve customer services and deepen financial inclusion. The government has launched a scheme to reimburse central share of the central GST and integrated GST on food, prasad, langar or bhandara offered by religious and charitable institutions. The Ministry of Culture said in a statement that the Seva Bhoj Yojana has a total outlay of 325 crore rupees for financial years 2018-19 and 2019-20. The scheme will compensate such institutions so as to lessen the financial burden on religious and charitable bodies that provide community kitchen free of cost without any discrimination. The Ujala Yojana of central government is bringing more brightness into the lives of people of Jammu and Kashmir with the distribution of energy-efficient bulbs like light-emitting diode LED. The scheme, which is an acronym for the Unnat Jyoti by Affordable LEDs for All, was launched in 2015 to provide LED bulbs to domestic consumers with a target to distribute 770 million LED bulbs by March next year. It is contributing positively towards energy conservation at a time when climate change is a global concern. The scheme is also reducing monthly electricity bills of consumers in the state. Here is a ground report from our Srinagar correspondent.
Under Ujala Yojana, over 79 lakh LED bulbs have been distributed among registered consumers till date since launch of the scheme in Jammu and Kashmir. Talking to AIR, a power consumer, Ejaz Ahmed said this scheme has helped lighting up homes on cheaper rates. Another consumer, Nazir Ahmed, described Ujala Yojana as pro-people scheme. Former State Development Commissioner Power, Asghar Ali Majaz, said that LED bulbs are being distributed through district-level distribution networks. Pertinently, usage of energy-efficient LED bulbs in comparison to incandescent bulbs is definitely benefiting consumers by way of reduced monthly energy bills. Tariq Rathar, AIR News, Srinagar.
This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. India and Germany have signed an agreement on financial and technical cooperation, focusing on sustainable urban development and renewable energy. The government-to-government umbrella agreement on financial cooperation and technical cooperation 2017 is worth about 5,000 crore rupees. The agreement under the Indo-German Bilateral Development Cooperation was signed between Joint Secretary in the Finance Ministry Samir Kumar Khare and German Ambassador to India Martin Ney in New Delhi yesterday. Speaking at the event, the German ambassador said the priority of the cooperation is on sustainable urban development in the areas of sanitation, solid waste management, and promotion of urban mobility. A two-day Indo-US military cooperation meeting began in New Delhi yesterday as a prelude to 2+2 dialogue between the two countries scheduled next month. The meeting was co-chaired by Lieutenant General Satish Dua, Chief of Integrated Defence Staff to the Chairman, Chiefs of Staff Committee, and Lieutenant General Brian Fenton, Deputy Commander, Indo-Pacific Command. This information was given by the Integrated Defence Staff. India has reiterated that any meaningful dialogue with Pakistan can be held only in an atmosphere free from terror, hostility and violence. In a written reply in the Lok Sabha, Minister of State for External Affairs V.K. Singh said, the onus is on Pakistan to create such conducive atmosphere. He said New Delhi has asked Pakistan to take effective actions to end terrorism and dismantle terrorist sanctuaries and infrastructure on the territory under its control. Normal life continues to be out of gear in Assam and Uttar Pradesh due to torrential rain and flood. In Assam, nearly 60,000 people are reeling under floods in 5 districts, with Sibsagar and Golaghat being the worst hit. Our correspondent reports that the State Water Resource Minister and Agriculture Minister visited affected areas.
The Assam government has swung into action as Agriculture Minister Atul Bora and Water Resource Minister Keshav Mahanta visited war-stricken Golaghat district yesterday. Both the ministers met flood-affected people staying at relief camps. Later, both the ministers have held a review meeting and instructed the district administration to step up relief and rehabilitation measures. Various agencies rescued 2,500 people at Golaghat district yesterday. Manas Pratim Sharma, AIR News, Guwahati.
In Uttar Pradesh, the death toll in rain-related incidents mounted to 112 after more than 14 people lost their lives in the last 24 hours. Our correspondent reports that the Met Department has predicted heavy rain in eastern part of the state today.
It's raining continuously from last night in many cities of the eastern and central part of the state, including state capital Lucknow. Water level of major rivers are on rise. Sharda River is flowing above the danger mark Paliakala Hiri, while the Ghagra River is flowing above the red mark at Barabanki and Ayodhya. Water level of Ganga River is also rising in Kanpur, Garhmukteshwar, Mirzapur, Allahabad, Ghazipur and Balia. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has directed senior officials of all the districts to alert people and ask them to undertake extensive tours of the affected areas. Meteorological Department has predicted heavy rain in the districts of central and eastern part of the state in next 24 hours. Sushil Chandra Tiwari, AIR News, Lucknow.
In cricket, India restricted England to 285 for 9 at stumps on the opening day of the first test at Birmingham last night. Spinner Ravichandran Ashwin bagged 4 wickets as England lost 6 of its players for just 69 runs in the final session of the day. After opting to bat, Mohammad Shami clinched 2 wickets while his fellow pacers Umesh Yadav and Ishant Sharma took 1 each. England skipper Joe Root, who was run out, top scored with 80. Johnny Bairstow made 70. When the stumps were drawn, Sam Curran was at the crease on 24 with James Anderson, who is yet to open his account. This is the first test of the 5-match series. PV Sindhu and Kidambi Srikanth are among the 6 Indian shuttlers who will play for quarter-final berths for the World Badminton Championships at Nanjing, China today. In women's singles, while world number 3 Sindhu will take on 9 seed Sung Ji-hyun of South Korea, 10th placed Saina Nehwal will face 4th seeded Tai Ratchanok Intanon. Sindhu had won a silver medal at the championships last year, while Saina settled for a bronze. India will lock horns with Ireland in the quarterfinals of the Women's Hockey World Cup in London tonight. And now for an overview of today's newspapers, it's over to Abhishek Kumar.
Thank you, Anuja. The report of Union Cabinet approving a bill to restore key provisions of the Scheduled Caste and Scheduled Tribe Prevention of Atrocities Act struck down by the Supreme Court earlier has been covered by all the newspapers this morning. Government signals to Dalits, back to old SC/ST law, writes the Hindustan Times. BJP all set to take the battle over the National Registrar of Citizens to the turf of Trinamool Congress Supremo Mamata Banerjee on August 11th, reports the Asian Age after she warns of a bloodbath and civil war over the NRC issue. On the Reserve Bank of India's Monetary Policy Committee deciding to hike the repo rate, the Pioneer notes, RBI hikes rate to contain inflation. EMI set to soar. Hindustan Times writes about a Delhi-born math genius Akshay Venkatesh who finished school at the age of 13 and received a PhD at 20, getting the Mathematicians Nobel Prize this year, called the Fields Medal. Another story covered in the Statesman reports, 65% Delhi government schools headless. An RTI information says, out of 918 posts of principals in Delhi government schools, 595 are lying vacant. WhatsApp makes a business case by launching its first revenue Ghana and India for enterprises to interact directly with customers, making a debut with Make My Trip. And finally, the Kiki Challenge, a life-threatening jig that involves jumping out of a moving car and dancing to rap superstar Drake's hit, has engulfed India, causing a huge headache for police in almost every state. Reports come mailed today. And with that, it's back to you, Anuja.
Thank you, Abhishek. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says country loses the most with destruction in Parliament. Union Cabinet clears purchase of 51% controlling stakes in IDBI Bank by Life Insurance Corporation. India and Germany signed pact on financial and technical cooperation focusing on sustainable urban development and renewable energy. In cricket, India restrict England to 285 for 9 on the opening day of Birmingham Test, and PV Sindhu, Kidambi Srikanth and 4 other Indian shuttlers to play their pre-quarter-final matches of World Badminton Championships today. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.